Hello everybody, thank you for having me today. My name is Ximena Quiroga Flor and I'm very happy and honored to be here. Thank you for the invitation to the Sisterhood Mensmaj in Sweden that is organizing a whole month to talk about menstruation, to visibilize menstruation. That's very important for us, for our work, for our bodies. So thank you so much for having me today. I'm here to share with you my project. My project's name is Menstrual Inner Connection Amayusiña, and it's a gathering of knowledge, love, research, experience of different women collectives, different sisterhoods in Bolivia. So what I did is bringing all of that with me to Sweden, because I live in Sweden, to share with my sisterhoods in Europe. So we work around the concept of menstrual conscience, and the main idea is to reconnect with your body, to understand what is happening during the month, to understand what you feel like you feel in which moment of the month, because we are cyclical, we change all the time during the month. So the main idea is to synchronize with that, to understand what is happening, why is happening, and to live, not just survive your cyclicity, your month kind of, is to understand what is happening. So you will be more connected with yourself, you will have more love to yourself, respect your feelings, your processes, because you know what is happening in your body. So that's the main idea. And we use as a tool one of the materials that one of these collectives that I work with in Bolivia have developed, and that's the collective Warmiyasi, and they have done this beautiful material, which is a menstrual calendar. So we will talk about this menstrual calendar and how to use it as a tool to reconnect with yourself, to guide yourself during 1 month. So let's talk about menstrual calendar. The main idea is to know all your cycle, because our cycle is not just the moment that we are bleeding, it's not just the menstruation moment. It's what is happening to us from the first day that you bleed, your menstruation time, and then the whole month until we go back to the first day that is the bleeding time. So we want to know what happens with us, what is the transformation and the cyclicity that we live during the month, and because we change during the whole month, like the earth change, for example, with the seasons, summer, winter, spring, and so on, and like the moon change, like full moon, waning moon, dark moon, and so on. So we are the same. We change all the time during 1 month. So the main idea is to discover that. So I will show you how we write down the information in the menstrual calendar of the Warmiyasi. So we use this kind of things that we call moon diagram. So you have 13 of these ones to follow yourself, among another information in the calendar, like yoga positions that help you, and some herbs that help you to decrease the pain, food that is good for you, information about the menarche, your first bleeding, and then about the menopause, or that we call plenipause now, because it's the plenty moment of your life. So you are in the plenty moment. And then some beautiful art from the sisterhoods over there. So let's take a look at one of the diagrams that we use. So this is the idea. So you write down, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 28. is 28 days that we calculate in a menstruation, but this can change, of course, so that's why you have some few spaces to write down more. So the first day that you're bleeding, you write down here the date, and then you continue. For example, today is the first day of May, so you write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until you get back to your bleeding again. So you have more control of your hormonal process as well. So you can plan if you want to get pregnant and so on. So you have some tips to how, which kind of symbols use and which kind of things to write down, like for example, well, dates, and then how is your flu, how is your bleeding, how is your blood, which color, how much, if it smells or not, because all of this is information about your body that your body are telling you. If the color of your menstruation means have a lot of information about if you're eating too much of something, if you are missing something, if you need more vitamins, or if you are sick, or it's a lot of information in your blood. So it's very good to take a look of it, and then you can write down that, and then you can write down things like pain in your body, maybe in some moments, sexual desire, level of energy, if you feel active or more like sleeping, or things like that. So I will show you mine to have an idea of how you can do it. Okay, so let's take a look at mine. So I divide mine in 4 phases because I work with the synchronized with the mother moon and the 4 phases of the moon. So, and the 4 archetypes that are represented in each phase of the moon. And you can find this information at the beginning of the calendar as well, with the explanation of the phases and the archetypes and all that, if you want to synchronize with that as well. So I write down the first date, and in this case it's the opposite side, but it's the same information. So day 1 and the date, and then this part will be the menstruation, because we face 4 moments: menstruation, pre-ovulation, ovulation, and pre-menstruation. There are the 4 moments during the month. So the things that I'm gonna explain to you, like more like the characteristics of each moment, change depending on the women. It can be, we are so different and we live in a different ways, our emotions, our energy and everything, so it can change a lot from one person to another. So this is the guide for discover that changes, how it works in your life. So in general, I will tell you in general, and then you will discover during your journey. So the first moment, during the menstruation moment, is more like a reflexive moment. Like you need to go more like inside, take a look of some processes that you are living. It's more like a rest time. You need to rest a little bit more. Your energy maybe is a little bit lower than during the other phases of the month. So it's more like going inside. And at this time, I write down how much I bleed during which day, because not all of the days we bleed the same amount, and what color and what texture and more characteristic. And I write down if I have pain in my body and how I feel emotionally as well. So that will be the first moment, which is the menstruation moment. Then it comes the dynamic moment, which is the pre-ovulation moment. And in this moment, we are more like very empowered, and we have a lot of energy. We can plan things, we can arrange bigger events, we can start projects, and it's a very dynamic moment in our life. We can do a lot of exercise and stay in big gatherings, and we are very projective. It's a very dynamic moment, so it's good to know that how you react, so you can plan during your month that this is a good moment to have meetings and make plans and arrange big things. Then it comes the ovulation moment, which is the fertile moment, so you can get pregnant and you can as well take care of things that you have planned before, like a mother, like you can hold the things that you have planned before and active them, but it's like a more protecting moment, like holding things. And it's of course the fertile moment of the month. And then it comes the premenstrual moment, which is very creative as well. It goes a little bit to review maybe what you have done during the month, what things you have done well or not that well, and maybe it's a view about how you have treated your body during this time, how you have been eating, if you have changed maybe some routines, how it goes. And it sometimes in this time you can feel aggressive changes in your body, so it's good to know as well that where it comes and how it feels, so you can face it in a better way. It's a moment that you start to go inside again to review yourself, and you have a lower energy again. It's a moment to kind of die in one sense, to reborn again and start again the new process that it comes with the new month. So more or less is that way. I, as you can see, write down some moments of the moon, in which moon I'm, for example, bleeding, and this change as well depending on your moment in life, in your history, how are you doing, if you're feeling stressed or not, and if you are living some happy moments or difficult moments. Everything reflects in your cycle. So that's more or less the main idea. It's like a journey. It's a journey that have changed my life. That's why I super advise you to take it. It's a deep journey that helps you to know you better, to understand you better, to be more compassionate and respectful about your processes, your feelings, your moments, your changes. So I will advise you to do it. It's empowering journey to know about your body, your feelings, and your cyclicity. So if you're feeling like doing it, please don't hesitate to contact me for maybe questions. Maybe if you want to buy the calendar, I will put the information here so you can write me, and I do shipping to all Europe. And it's very nice to be here with you, and thank you again to the sisterhood that organized all of this beautiful month to talk about our menstruation. And have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you.